Hello, my name is Anayara, and in this video of From Reflection to Innovation Selfie MOOC, promoted by the Italian National Research Council and the Cyprus Pedagogical Institute in the context of the Sherpa project, we will discuss how to make sense of Selfie School Report, which provides a very rich source of data for the digital capacity of your school. As we have discussed already, the Selfie School Report brings together and compares the viewpoints of school leaders, teachers, and students on where your school stands currently concerning strategy and practice in using digital technologies for teaching and learning. Only the school has access to the tailor-made Selfie School Report through the Results section within the Selfie platform. In this section, you can view and even compare the results from different sessions you run Selfie in your school. The report is created from the information provided by the students, teachers, and school leaders in your school when they filled in the online questionnaires. In the school report, the results are fully anonymized. They are aggregated by user group and presented as averages in different ways, allowing for various comparisons and analysis at different levels of granularity. The first you can see in the report is the completion rates. In principle, the greater the completion rate, the more accurate and useful this information will be. It is like having a selfie photo of high resolution and good light conditions. If there is a low level of participation, the snapshot you get will be of low resolution. So the results should be viewed with caution, as they may not entirely represent the school situation. If one or more of the user groups, school leaders, teachers, or students, did not participate, the report will show with a watermark that the results are incomplete. At the same time, if the completion rates are too low, no results will be shown. You can view or compare the results online in an interactive way, using different filters and visualizations. Still, also you can download, through the button you can find at the bottom of the interactive school report, a PDF with an overview of the results. In both cases, first you can look at the global outcome for each of the 8 Selfie thematic areas, asking questions like, is any area exceptionally high or low on average? Is there any area where the viewpoints of school leaders, teachers, and students differ a lot? Do results in any area surprise us? Why? Then, by selecting all areas in the next section of the Selfie School Report and using the available filters, you can see all the statements of the 8 areas sorted by score or position. For instance, you can see the statements with the highest or lowest score. This is extremely helpful, as you can quickly see the strengths and weaknesses of your school in using digital technologies for teaching and learning. What is also crucial to check is if there are any major discrepancies in the average responses across the 3 user groups: school leaders, teachers, and students. If so, those discrepancies surprised you? What might be their underlying cause or explanation? You can quickly identify the average responses of each group through the color code: blue for school leaders, red for teachers, and yellow for students. Also, you can click on the small gray arrows on the right of each group to see the breakdown of the responses and how the average score is calculated. The next option you have is to look at each of the individual Selfie thematic areas one by one. Again, you can use different filters to sort and position the statement of each area to identify strong and weak points and look for any significant differences in the average responses across the 3 user groups. The comparison per user group is even easier in the next section of the Selfie School Report, where you can sort all statements and see the strong and weak points as considered by each group. If you prefer so, You can also look at the global outcome for each of the 3 user groups, one by one, but this time in the form of an interactive wheel. You probably want to make a break here, digest all this information, and be prepared for the next wave of results and insights that the Selfie School report can offer you. As we have discussed, one of the advantages of Selfie is that it allows your schools to add its own statements. You can check the average responses to these statements in the dedicated section of the Selfie School report. Do any of these results surprise you? What might be the underlying causes? In the last section of the Selfie School report, you can look at the 6 Selfie additional areas that provide extra detail and insights in various topics: on the usefulness of teacher training, on their confidence and percentage of time they use technology in class, the factors that inhibit the use of technology in the school, or how students use technology or what access to digital devices they have outside the school. Now that you have gone through the whole report, you may want to look back at the overall results and ask yourself if there are any evident patterns or inconsistencies or any responses that stand out at any level. You can also consider which results are most important to you. In other words, you can reflect on the results of this exercise of collective reflection and discover insights for planning and action.